Hey guys, Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. I was actually up at 5 a.m. this morning because I'm getting ready. Well, I had some work to do. I'm getting ready to go for the first time in a long time to a yoga class. Now, how and why is this relevant to a tech and business vlog channel? Well, as I stated in previous videos, being in shape physically is an important part of being able to be a productive developer or a productive entrepreneur or just being productive, period. If you don't have a healthy body, then you're going to be putting extra stress on your brain to manage your unhealthy body, which will reduce your capacity to think. I truly believe this. I've seen that with myself. When I'm even 10, 15 pounds overweight, my ability to think is hindered. So you lose weight, what happens is the stressors on your bodies diminishes and you have less overall stress, which makes it a lot easier for you to do your work. So if you want to be successful in development, software development, or you want to be a successful entrepreneur, or just getting a job, I'm telling you, getting in shape will pay dividends in ways you if you're not aware of it now, trust me, way beyond your expectations. And so what I've also found, and I used to train at a very high level for a couple of decades, well, more than a couple of decades. And what I found though, like so many weekend warriors and professional athletes, is that most people overtrain their bodies. They put too much and they break their bodies down over time. So the key is to find that right balance between a good amount of exercise with proper eating good foods, drinking lots of water, with giving your body time to rest and relax. Just as important as the time you spend exercising is the time you spend resting your body after the exercise. Give your body a chance to heal and to recover. So my basic rule has been that if you feel even a bit sore, 2 days later, don't train. The body is sending signals that it's sore because it still hasn't finished repairing itself. So if you go back and push the body, you'll be hindering things. And let me tell you, I used to ignore that for like more than 2 decades. And I made lots of gains and so forth. But when I sort of decided to listen to, when I decided to listen to my body and say, okay, body sore, I'm not training. And I trained much less. But what happened was the performance, the gains increased quite a bit more. And it's funny because I remember when I used to be doing a lot of hardcore martial arts back in the day. I remember I was a teenager and we'd always, not always, we'd periodically get injured. And I remember people would get injured and they would take 2 weeks off and they would come back and they would come back thinking, and it happened to me a few times, that, oh, well, I'm going to be rusty, I haven't trained in 2-3 weeks. But in fact, the opposite happened. We found our performance was incredibly much better. And we always, I guess we weren't too bright, but we used to always go, that's really weird, eh? That's really weird. It never occurred to us that the reason we were coming back 2-3 weeks later and performing way beyond our normal level, because our bodies were rested. So I'll close off this video with, I remember when I was training with the Canadian wrestling team. I wasn't a member, I wasn't Canadian, but I would train with these guys for about a year or two. And I was just one of these guys who trained there, but I wasn't part of the team. And I remember the coach, world famous coach, I don't know if he was world famous. Anyway, he won a gold medal, I think in the Olympics, so Russian guy. And when they were on season, when the team was on season, meaning they were going to competition, they would train much, much less. They would train much, much less because they wanted to rest the body. And then off season, they would train really hard. So keep that in mind. So yes, I'm up super early to go do yoga for the first time in a while. And some of you are going, yoga, Stef? What's going on with yoga? Aren't you a guy who did boxing and Thai boxing and catch kempo? And yeah, I did all those, but I find that yoga and the core training that it provides, especially hot yoga, it's really good exercise. And it's very relaxing, relaxes the mind. You come out of there and you're feeling pretty chill. And that's the mindset you want to be. Relax, chill, so that when you sit down in front of the desk, either you're going to start writing code or learning to write code, or you're going into meetings with regards to your business, then that's part of it. So this is all part of this move. I'm going to be introducing more entrepreneurial vlogs, by the way. And this is part of it. Being healthy, eating well, sleeping well is a big part about being productive in your career, regardless of whatever it is you're doing. So anyway, but we're going to be moving into that over time as people have requested, and because I'm interested in it. In fact, I'm involved in a few things, a few startups, and what I might be doing is vlogging about this process so that you get a feel for what it's like. So 3 different ventures that I'm launching with partners. So, and I'm going to get into why I would do this. Shouldn't I be concentrating on my core business? Well, I'll just leave this video and say, by having partners, that allows me to concentrate on my core business and still have my hands in other businesses, because diversification is one of those basic principles that should be adhered to, whether you're investing in the stock market, looking at skill sets, or setting up businesses. All right, ciao, ciao.